Whoops. Good afternoon again. At this point, I saved this one for last. This is not one that I use, of course, because I won't show on camera any deck that I use. That's me personally, speaking personally, not anything somebody else should follow. So I have two of these. And I also got the book, which I've well mangled, as you can see, because this deck is one of the few that I kind of gotten into a little bit. And you can see I go through and change things and make notes, and I love these little tabby things with colors. Those are great. But I even put a quote in this one, grapple with thee. It's from Moby Dick. It's something that I think it comes up a lot, but it's a quote that I think was even in a Star Trek episode or movie, maybe, with that Khan guy, some kind of genetically engineered human. And I believe he does the full quote in there. I just do that part. But this is going to be a look at the Osho Zen Tarot. This represents Oracle Tarot card decks. This is number 356. Not that counting means anything, but that's where I'm at. I've spent time with a lot of them. I've gone through the full range of emotions with them, like, dislike, hate, love, you know, curse because of packaging and shipping, but that has nothing to do with the deck. That's more about Amazon and Etsy and eBay, and there's a few indie ones that I got. Sometimes that's just pretty lame, but this is, who makes this? St. Martin's Press. So this video might take a little longer, and it's one of those things, not a big fan of that, but that's okay. The one I use won't be in the box anyway. Illustrations are by Ma Diva Padme. It says printed in Belgium by AGM, A.G. Mueller. Well, that explains why they feel so nice. They do have a nice feel to them. I'll put the box out of the way. It comes with this book. Which is about, I don't know, 170 pages, we'll say. What was that? This Osho guy, he has a meditation center, which looks like a resort. At first I was put off a little bit by him because of the interview I watched, but that's okay. I gotten past that. He's just a person. We all get angry. But I'll read this little bit off the back, which I thought was nice. The Zen attitude towards life is that of laughter, of living, of enjoying, of celebrating. Zen is not anti-life. It is life affirmative. It accepts all that is. And that's cool. The book does have pictures of the cars. I don't think no thingness, you really need a picture for that, do you? That's this card here. But a lot of these are beautiful, I think. I mean, they're simple, yet the colors are nice. I don't know. I just like it. I would not use this card most likely because I don't want him staring at me like that all the time. But that's what the backs look like, which are also nice. The upside down. I'll just leave the back there instead of him, but that's called the Master, I believe. Yep. And it doesn't really say if you should use that or not, but it's the 79th card. I guess that's up to you. Artist symbol's a little P with a circle around it. That's not bad. It's not too much in the way. Put it that way. That's the Fool card. And we already saw the back, so I'll just put the Fool card here. There's the Major Arcana. Typical Hermit. I don't associate Hermit with necessarily being, well, it says aloneness. It doesn't say he is alone. or lonely. That card has come up for me using the other deck. This card. Several, I guess, what would people call that this deck resonates with them, or it's spot on, or all these other cliche things that people say. I guess if I were to be one of those people saying those things, that this would be the deck, one of the decks out of 356. Also, the Mary L is one. The Wildwood became one. And there's a few others, but I'm going to do a separate video where as I put these away, now that I can get at the space, I'm going to turn into a storage area. Because I put these in front of it on purpose to keep me from working on that first. But now that I'm through them all and only a few coming, I can start on that. And then as I put them away for a third or fourth time, I can look at each one and, come up with what I think my top picks would be, because April 2017 is when I started this. For all those years before that, which would have been, 62 years? Well, I guess I can't count childhood, but all of those years only had two decks. And they were both Rider-Waite-Smith. One was the Albano. But, so here we have our first suit, which they call... Let's use this book because it's a little quicker to look at, which they call the Suit of Fire, which are wands, I guess, typically. And I kind of pushed out of place cards, which have, what do people say, stalker cards, which have come up for me. This was another one, I missed it. But for the most part, when I've used this, as in the other deck, the cards that come up always or I interpret them as wanting to take me back to childhood, which was a very difficult time. So here comes the next suit. So I've seen traveling in totality quite a bit. Here comes the next suit, which is the Suit of Water, or cups, typically. And going with the flow has come up a bit, trust, which is strange because for many years I was a pilot in the Air Force, and I was a base jumper after that. There's still one place I haven't base jumped from around here, and I don't think I'll be doing it. I think I'm too old for that kind of craziness. So that was the Suit of Water, cups. Here comes the Suit of Clouds, or air, or swords, typically. This guilt and schizophrenia have come up. I'm not a schizophrenic, but I see that as more related to falling. But I can see how it could be what it's labeled. I think they're just beautiful. Just just the art and the colors. Just that alone, if nothing else. I messed this one up. Okay, give me a second to put this back. This is one that's come up quite a lot. This card here, the Outsider. I mean a lot. That one. This one too. Which I guess this is Page, Knight, Queen, King. Except here it's Adventure, Slowing Down, Flowering, and Abundance. Let me put that in there so you can see it. And I did go over quite a bit, but not as long as I thought I would have. So that's good. So let's get all the books in there if we can. Put this one here, put the box in the middle, and the other book, which I would recommend, even though it's kind of old, 2003, but that's okay. That was a quick show. not quick enough. The Osho Zen Tarot. So with that, I will say peace, and I think that's it for a while. So, see ya.